Hello, my name is Hunter, the movie reviewing pony, because when it comes to cinema, humans cannot be trusted. Well, we finally made it. We're at the halfway point of season 5! Yes! Yes! Anyway, we should probably get on with this review. Season 5, Episode 12, Amending Fences. Which surprisingly isn't an episode about Applejack going out to fix fences. Hey, they could totally make an episode about that. Instead, this episode actually stars Twilight Sparkle. And yes, thankfully, it's not an episode about her doing her stupid duties as the Princess of Friendship. This episode actually feels a lot more casual, like something that we'd get in one of the earlier seasons. It wasn't something over the top, it wasn't something crazy going on, it was actually a nice break. And to be honest, this is probably the best episode of the season thus far. And that is taking into account that Tanks for the Memories was still an absolutely fantastic episode. And thankfully, we spend very little time at Twilight's big, stupid castle. And if you thought she was avoiding it before, guess what? I duct taped quesadillas all over it. Ha! You're afraid of quesadillas, I know your weakness!
But she's afraid of quesadillas.
I'm gonna exploit this weakness so much you have no idea. Anyway, without further ado, let's have a look at Amending Fences. Maybe I should fill our fridge with quesadillas. So the episode opens up at Twilight's big, stupid castle, in a room that we've never seen before. Seriously, her castle drives me crazy. It's too big on the inside. It doesn't look big on the outside. They put all this emphasis on it being enormous, but it doesn't look enormous. I didn't even break the bank having to cover it in quesadillas. It's not that big.
You know, because you used to be famous for being such a bad friend.
What are you talking about? I had good friends in Canterlot.
Oh no.
Come on, Twilight. Look at the wall. Do you see any photos from before we moved to Ponyville? And look at you now, the Princess of Friendship.
This is a disaster! All my old friends. I can't remember any of their names right now. But do you really think that they think I'm a bad friend?
So let me get this straight. We have to go all the way to Canterlot because Spike had to open his mouth. Spike, it's all your fault!
It's all your fault! All your fault!
So because Spike had to open his big mouth, Twilight insists on going to Canterlot to make up with her old friends.
Me and my big mouth.
After that, we get... you know what we get. It's the thing that gets us in trouble with copyright holders. Yay, my most favorite thing to deal with. I don't understand why we win every time. Why do they keep trying? So oh dear God, there's some visual glitches there. Not sure if that was on our end or the episode's end. Either way, we're sorry. But anyway, Twilight flies to Canterlot, and I have no idea how she does that because that's 5 hours by train. I don't fly to Canterlot. It's exhausting. How Twilight, the pony who flies the least out of everyone in this town, gets to Canterlot by flying is beyond me. Though that would save bits by train fare. Anyway, the first place they go is Twilight's old place, which hasn't been sold off by the city yet, despite the fact that it's been abandoned for 4.5 seasons.
Look! It's predictions and prophecies, and it's still open to the elements of harmony.
This actually brings up an interesting question. How quickly were they rushed out the door in that first episode? Twilight's book is still open to the page she left it on. That teddy bear is still on the ground with the destroyed gift. And did Twilight seriously not come back here and grab a few things? I get that Celestia gave her an assignment to do and everything, but I'd think she'd come back afterward to pick up a few things and maybe lock up and everything. This worries me. But before we even bother cleaning up this place, Twilight needs to make up with her, with who exactly?
Oh, Minuet, Twinkleshine, Lemon Hearts, Lyra Heartstrings, and Moondancer.
Wait. Twilight knew Lyra?
Yeah.
God damn it, Twilight! Give me those digits so I can look her up sometime!
Yay, illicit sexual relations!
So we cut to the next morning where I think once again Twilight has been up all night tracking down Minuet. You guys in the fandom know her as Colgate. Apparently Twilight had to stay up all night to figure out that she was in the house marked with a giant hourglass. And the hourglass door. And before you ask, no, I don't have a giant laptop on the front of my house.
It's not too late to forget I opened my big mouth.
Oh no, Spike, it's already too late for that. She's already committed to this. However, I do appreciate that you have admitted to opening your big mouth and nobody wants that.
Oh, Spike, I'm glad you opened your big mouth.
Okay, I will now stand corrected. Twilight is the only one that is glad that you opened your big mouth.
Minuet? Twilight Sparkle! You old so-and-so! What are you doing here?
Okay, so it's been canonized that Minuet's name is in fact Minuet, and that she lives in Canterlot, ergo shattering even more headcanons.
Wait. Real.
Oh, jeez, that was a big one.
So what are you doing here? I mean, I know you're here all the time, but you never come to see me.
Also, I'm pretty sure we can confirm that she is in fact not a dentist. I love that sound. No one cares about your headcanon with the submarine! So anyway, Twilight and Minuet go out to meet, Lemon Hoops and Twinkleshine. At a donut shop, nonetheless. Interesting location. Actually, I could go for some donuts right now. Hey, Colin, go get us some donuts! No, it's the shop down the street. The other street, you idiot! Yeah, okay, Colin, bye! He's new.
Oh, we saw you at the coronation. That was some shindig.
You did?
Ah, God, she's from Manhattan. You can tell by the accent.
Sure. Oh, we see you all the time.
You remember our old friend Lyra, right? She lives in Ponyville, too. We're always over there visiting her. Or she's coming over here.
Yeah, so that's what she's doing on Sundays. Trade fair is actually pretty cheap.
So what brings you by anyway? All those times you've come back to Canterlot, you've never had donuts with us before.
Well, maybe because that's not so— you know, you could have gone to a regular restaurant, right? Anyway, Twilight apologizes for literally just leaving Canterlot without a single word to them. Which brings up the question again, how quickly was she run out of town? But anyway, all is forgiven because they sort of had come to expect that from her by then.
Hey, any pony up for a blast from the past?
What does that mean, dude?
Actually, it just means they're gonna go look at their old school. Go figure. We also get a flashback with various chibi versions of various characters. It's through this flashback that I reskinned version of Chibi Twilight. Seriously, I don't even need to make a comparison. They're sitting right next to each other. The resemblance is uncanny. Anyway, her name is Moondancer.
Whatever happened to Moondancer?
Seriously, why does that name sound so freaking familiar? Oh, wait. Never mind, I know why her name is familiar to me. Unfortunately, that's classified information. Anyway, they go to visit Moondancer, who lives in a place that looks like a place that Trixie would live in. All run down and sort of abandoned looking. Also infested with termites, apparently. Anyway, it turns out that Moondancer has become a shut-in. And by that I mean obsessed with books, doesn't go outside, hang out with friends, get a cup of coffee. Actually, no. I'd say she's obsessed with coffee because she's spending all her time studying. Just like Twilight, back when it wasn't a total pain in the ass to keep an eye on her. So Twilight, Colgate, and Spike spend the next... How long do you spend going after her again?
We've been watching her for 3 days. Library, house. Library, house. That's it.
Well, maybe she's working on like a college paper or something, you know. What normal ponies do around that age. Anyway, then we get a flashback to episode 1, and oh god, it's in 30 FPS! It's 30 FPS! Actually, this flashback really only serves as a reminder that, yeah, this happened, but it was 5 seasons ago, so you may not remember it. I remember it. Ooh, jeez. Twilight has that wobbly eye disease really bad. Seriously, it screws up your vision. She should probably get that looked at. It's still going! Anyway, Twilight then attempts various methods of talking to her. Unfortunately, most of them break the #1 rule of libraries, which is be quiet. And Twilight, being Twilight, should probably know that that is like the #1 rule of libraries. Seriously, that just seems a bit out of character to me.
What is this? A bubble of silence.
Holy shit, that's a real spell? The Ministry's talked about using a bubble of silence for various missions. Why don't we ever use it? If we had it, maybe our mission up north would have gone better. Maybe Twilight should be working for it. No, she shouldn't. The only member of royalty that knows about us is Princess Luna. And by know about us, I mean she founded the damn organization.
I'm sorry I skipped your party.
So yeah, this spell exists. Unfortunately, it doesn't have a very good frame rate, does it?
Wait, how did you get into my book like that?
That's actually a very good question. How come there are all these spells that I've never actually heard of?
I've been studying a new studying technique.
You've been studying a new studying technique. Well, Lord knows that great scientists throughout the ages have studied the form of studying so that we may study ourselves even studier
He's a genius.
by studying it.
On ponies, you know.
There's a great deal of studying involved. Anyway, they leave the library to go to another library. The purpose of this visit is so that Twilight can offer Moondancer the library itself because she never flippin' uses it as a sign of their newfound friendship. Her response to this is...
I decline! A wise pony once taught me that there's more to life than dusty old books.
Holy crap, did you just imply that Celestia was wise? Sure, she's been in power for over 1,000 years, but she's gone a little cuckoo in her old age. But regardless, Twilight does manage to convince her to go out. It goes about as well as you'd expect. Seriously though, Twilight's bothering her more than every pony else is bothering me about making friends. I have my close-knit group of friends, that's all I need. All those other friends are gonna ask me to do is get on Facebook, and I friggin' hate Facebook! Anyway, then something weird happens where Twilight somehow figures out that because she didn't go to that party in the first episode, then it was all her fault, and this is revealed because... because the plot demanded it, I think.
If there was only a way to undo the damage.
Well, there is time travel. You could do that. Oh, no, wait. She has wings now. That won't work.
I know what I need to do. And I know just who can help me.
Oh, boy. Twilight's plans usually involve very evil things.
Very evil things.
Seriously, did I ever tell you about the time she almost set the town hall on fire? Or the time she made the entire town go crazy over a friggin' doll? Anyway, I want an explanation as to how Twilight, a subpar flyer, is able to carry Pinkie Pie from Ponyville all the way to Canterlot.
We gotta go fly more often, Twilight!
Also, apparently she could just do that. So anyway, it turns out that Minuet and Pinkie Pie already know each other. Why am I not surprised? Pinkie knows everybody. Anyway, the plan is to throw a party for Moon Dancer and make up for the fact that she missed the last party. Somehow this is gonna make up for everything. The only question is, how are they gonna get Moon Dancer to the party? Well, little did we know that it's as easy to lure Moon Dancer somewhere as it is to lure James Woods somewhere.
Ooh, piece of candy. Ooh, piece of candy. Ooh, piece of candy.
Also, how come when I went looking for that video, it was all people pointing camcorders at a TV? Well, anyway, nonetheless, it works, and she's lured exactly where they want her to be. Anyway, then Twilight does the whole apology bit. You know how it goes. It happened way back when, and I was such a jerk, and then this happened. But now it's okay because stuff happened. I've heard it at least 50 times. But to make up for it, Twilight agrees to let Moon Dancer hit her with a stick. Nah, I'm just kidding. She wants her to hit the piñata. But actually, through this scene, I was actually thinking that she was gonna hit her with the stick. Honestly, it wouldn't have surprised me if she hit her with the stick. She's standing in front of her having an absolute meltdown. It's actually a little bit heart-wrenching.
You're right. This party can't make up for the way I hurt you. But please, don't let my mistake be the reason you can't be friends with any pony else.
We were your friends then, and we'd be honored to be your friends now.
Yes, but these three aren't the only ones, apparently.
What? That's the librarian, the bookseller, my sister.
Okay. Your sister doesn't really count, though then again, I wouldn't really know because I'm an only child. But anyway, the two of them hug and make up. Also, apparently the party goes over well, despite the fact that I know that they got a complaint that they did not pay for the space to throw this party. Hey, we have access to noise complaints and everything. Also, remember Spike's gift from episode 1? Yeah, me neither. Turns out it was a photograph. Sorry, that's the end of the episode. This episode, despite its flaws, kicks ass. It's not so much a world-building episode, which we've been getting tons of, but it's more of a character-building episode. Also, another thing that I love that TV shows do sometimes is they take minor details and they'll make an episode out of it. And that's what they did here. The 3 ponies that we saw in that scene in episode 1 were just that. A bunch of background ponies that we paid no attention to. But here they are again and they managed to make an entire episode out of it. That always fascinates me how they're able to do something like that. And more points in their favor because they actually did it well. This wasn't just like a filler episode. This was actually an episode that you can tell that they put time and effort into writing. Not to mention, the moral is pretty good, the voice acting is great, everything that we've come to expect to be great from the show is great. Overall, all of the complaints I have with this episode are very minor, and they don't weigh it down very much. So yeah, overall, good episode. We finished this one in just the nick of time. Greg, what time is it? Oh, crap! I gotta get on a train and get out of here. My name is Hunter, and this has been a Hunter Review.
There once was a guy who created a machine, a thing that would take people to and from some other world. And when he arrived, he had run into a pony who smiled and decided that they both should go see a film. When that movie sucked, they decided to join forces, and then they created a new show called Hunter Reviews.